All right. Let us go to Columbia, Missouri. And I have a question for you. Is this a trap line or a trap game? Missouri is a 3.5-point favorite. I'm sorry. Missouri is a 3.5-point underdog. I apologize. Alabama, 3.5-point favorite on the road. This line, Ari, very respectful of Missouri, but I also think very respectful of the situation. This is the third game of a 4-game gauntlet for Alabama. That is at Georgia, Vanderbilt, at Missouri, Tennessee. If they get through this 4-0, they are a national title contender. No question. But getting through this 4-0 is going to be incredibly difficult. And I think that's what this line is. It is respecting the situation as much as it is respecting Missouri, because Alabama's been through 2 tough physical games. They now have to go on the road to play a really good team that is on its home field, and it is a sleepy 11 a.m. local kickoff. Like this, everything here tilts toward Missouri, but Alabama is playing lights out, especially in the last half of the Vandy game.
Yeah, and the hardest thing about this show, Andy, is that we are picking always the most interesting, exciting games. And in those games, it feels to me like the lines are the sharpest. And like a lot of times where you're in spots that you can avoid because it's like when we're picking this game today, like you're going to have to decide, are you going to pick teams or are you going to pick the spot? And that's a really hard thing to do. But I am happy to see that the line has appropriately, registered that, because you would think that Alabama, with the way that they're playing right now, is probably a touchdown better. They're on the road and it's in a terrible spot, 3.5, bada bing, bada boom. There you go. I don't know what you're feeling right now, because the way Alabama is playing, I want to take Bama. The way that Missouri is playing, and the fact that this is a sleepy 11 a.m. kickoff game in Columbia, Missouri, with Alabama coming off 2 emotional wins, makes me want to take Mizzou, and I don't know which side is pulling me harder. Did you have a hard time with this one?
Yes, I had a very hard time with this one. It's not quite the same as 2010 Alabama, when they were in their last game before their open date, and I think they had played like 6 consecutive opponents that were coming off of open dates, and they went to South Carolina, and you just knew, like blinking trap right there. You knew South Carolina was winning that game. This is not that, because I'm not sure we exactly know what Missouri is yet. We've seen them against Kansas and against South Carolina, both impressive wins, but Alabama is much better than either one of those teams. Alabama is also playing at an incredibly high level, even for this level of talent on this team. So I don't know what to do here. This is a very tough one, because like, what if we haven't seen Missouri's best game yet either? Like, Missouri has been good so far, but it may be that they haven't turned it on yet either. So this is a really tricky one.
Know if you've picked up on this yet, but a few weeks ago I had a take on the show about how the SEC is kind of morphing into the Big 12, and like this is the ultimate Big 12 game, where you have the conference favorite against a really good team, spreads 3.5 games on the road, like that. This is a Big 12 game in terms of picking it. Like back in the day when Texas was in the Big 12 and they were laying 3.5 on the road at Kansas State. Doesn't this feel the same exact way? Like it looks the same thing to me.
The well-coached team in the place where it's sneakily very hard to play, like all of that stuff feels like it's happening right now.
That said, I'm probably going to go with Alabama. I know all the circumstances, and I have a lot of respect for what Eliah Drinkwitz is doing at Mizzou. I think Alabama is probably a more talented, deeper football team. And I don't know if I'm 100%. Fuck. It makes me not want a podcast anymore.
Having to get inside your head enough that you're either going to get the yips or you're going to get fixed. One of the two.
No, it's not going to fix me. It's a something that you do without realizing it. I don't even remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
Something about Alabama being a football team or Missouri being a football team. One of them is a football team.
You can go ahead from here. I don't remember what I was saying.
You're just going to quit the show? I'll take the rest of the hour. No. Here's where what we need to find out. Ahmad Hardy, can he do this against a top-level SEC defense? Does he keep averaging 6 yards a carry? Or when he plays a team like Alabama, does that drop to 2.5 yards a carry? That's what you got to see. Beau Pribula, what does he look like in these situations? Ty Simpson, we've already seen. We know what he is. We know what Ty Simpson is when the chips are down, when it's third down, fourth down. He's delivering pretty much every time.
Have we gotten to a point where we don't question Ty Simpson anymore? Like, is he proven to you?
I think the last 2 weeks have been pretty proof positive that this is a guy who can play really well in tough situations. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to always be perfect, but he certainly earned my trust between the Georgia game and the Vandy game.
I got to say, I think we really dropped the ball in the offseason in trying to pitch to the audience how much of a value play taking Alabama's quarterback was when those odds were like 25 or 30 to 1 for the Heisman.
We tried. We had him on I had him in the column. I think he was the lead item of the column that I wrote. I think when we did that show, he was the first guy we talked about. He was
selected in the Kings of the North one that we did by somebody I can't remember, but now it's just like I look back at it and it's always like hindsight's 2020, but it's like, yeah, you probably should have put a few bucks on the Alabama quarterback to win the Heisman at like 35 to 1 or whatever it was. Because he's the favorite now. Yeah, I think I don't know where you are with Beau Pribula. I think he's a very good player. I want to see how he plays in this environment against that defense before I'm 100%.
I need to see this. Like, Kansas game's fine, South Carolina game's fine. I need to see this. And Missouri's got a few of these coming up. You know, Missouri's got to play Alabama. Missouri's got to play Texas A&M, which gave them fits last year. Near the end of the season, they've got Oklahoma. Like, Missouri is going to have a lot of these coming up, and this will tell us how they're going to compete in that type of scenario. So I don't know what to expect from him. That part I'm excited to see. And listen, this is Alabama defense's opportunity to shut somebody down, to shut down a good quarterback and a good back, and say, hey, look, we had that one loss at the beginning of the season, but, you know, we're done with that. We're done with that. We've moved on. And so we will find out. But I am also going to take Alabama here. Look, 3.5 is all you got to cover. I'll take it. I feel good about that. I feel good about the way they're playing. I understand that this is a trap situation, but they also understand it's a trap situation. And I also think, Ari, when they turn on the film and watch Missouri play, they'll respect them. So it's not like they're going to take them lightly.
Yeah. It's just a matter of where their bodies are and if they can get that.
That's the hard part. That's the one thing I worry about here. And this will be a recurring theme. I'm a little spoiler alert as we go through the picks today. I feel like I'm taking a lot of road favorites, and that always scares me.
Yeah.
So
it's harder to do that in the NFL, I think, than college. But
it's really hard in the SEC this year because of the cumulative effect. And we talked about that. Missouri's going to have – we had a video on Sunday where we talked about this. Missouri will have a point in the season where it is facing a similar situation. It's not today, though. Alabama is facing that situation this particular week. And so Alabama has to overcome it.
Their coach has had a susceptibility – especially at his time at Alabama, to not putting his best effort out onto the field. And I don't know if,
but we have to figure out if that's a this year, if that's an every year thing, or if that's a last year thing. And we don't know that yet.
It's a this year thing already too. So it's already happened once.
And I know season opener, we got no film on a new coordinator, new quarterback. That's totally different. You got the whole, you got film on these guys. You know, they're good.
I don't know.
Not a team coming off 2-10.
It looked like Alabama, during that game, watching it, maybe it's different in hindsight, but when I was watching, it's like, do these people care?
I know, they haven't played like that since. And so until I see them do it again, I'm going to assume that's a one-off.
But you have to have in the back of your mind that that's a possibility until they go an extended amount of time without doing it. So that.
Well, that's the thing. If they can do it again, this game, it's 3 difficult games in a row that they'll have come to play. At that point, we let that go. We just let it go. So I'll take Alabama. You're going to take Alabama to cover as well. Let's see how it goes.